You want Pro Stock? We've got your Pro Stock. This is the Tennis Warehouse racket review of the Wilson Ultra 99 Pro V5. Wilson goes into the archives and releases another edition of their Pro Lab series of rackets. With a completely different mold and layup to previous Ultra Pro rackets, this fifth version is based on the popular Steam 99 frame design, which found favor with club players and all the way through to the professional ranks. On court, this Ultra is all about power, stability, and plow-through. The specs include a more forgiving 99 square-inch head size, a solid 69 RA, a hefty 330 swing weight, and a 16 by 18 string pattern. Found a lot of power on all of my strokes with this version of the Ultra. Really comes through the ball with that nice heft. I could feel the swing weight working for me, especially on serves, getting great pop on both my first and second serves. I still thought it was whippable enough that I could get some good spin on my strokes. I was able to get angles, get the ball moving around, open up the court nicely. I loved it on my backhand slice. It really comes through very solidly. Could get that slice skidding low and really penetrating through the court. I did notice it's very string sensitive. Even with the string just sitting in here a little bit, this frame is so firm. You don't really feel it breathe and move around. As you hit the ball, it's just so firm and solid that it makes the string bed feel bagged out pretty early on for me. So I was keeping it freshly strung, and then I found it good to go. But if you're looking for big power, big spin, and really solid response, this is a great option.
Playing with the new Wilson Ultra 99 Pro version 5 kind of brought me back to the days when I was really enjoying playing with the Steam 99 along with the 99S. The 99 really stuck with me, always feeling like it was a slightly underrated frame. Now let's fast forward to today, this new Ultra 99 Pro version 5. Troy and I were really loving this racket. It's a dead giveaway with this little spot in the throat here. We kind of knew what the frame mold was based on, but this one here definitely packs a little bit more power. As Chris mentioned, there's no shortage of stability, swing weight, and weight-based power. I'm gonna say, other than maybe a Blade Pro, this is one of the heaviest and most stable swinging 305 gram frames that I have ever played with or tested. So anyone with a kind of a longer, faster stroke style, whether you're all court or aggressive baseliner, you're gonna love this racket. And although I am basically a counter puncher disguised as an all courter, I really got along well with this racket. Serving with it was amazing, just easy power, all the weight in the hoop. As Chris mentioned as well, it is pretty stiff, so you're getting that easy power from the energy return along with that swing weight. Counter punching from the back of the court was great, and changing direction of the ball, though this racket I would never describe as being whippy, it was very easy to generate pace, absorb it, and change direction of the ball. So overall, one of the better 305 gram frames out there. Love this play test.
So I played quite well with this racket. I'm not the biggest spin hitter, so I probably wasn't able to take advantage of the spin window as much as some of the other testers have, but I could feel it on my kick serves quite a bit. I got a few aces off of it, so that's always a nice thing. But the power and feel was really good if you could control it, which I had to struggle with a little bit. At the net, you are getting really punchy, very like through volleys, but you also have the feel to drop it whenever you want and hit a tighter angle whenever you need to. But then you'd go to the baseline, and I was struggling with that a little bit. A lot of my balls were flying as opposed to going into the net, so I had to be a little bit more compact and a little bit more conservative with my shots, and that did well. I thought about stringing it a bit higher, but I already string all my rackets at 55, 56 pounds, so going a bit higher than that just sounded a bit too odd. I don't think this racket would suit my game overall. It took a while for me to get it dialed in, that's one, and two, there are other rackets that I have played with that offer the same level of spin and power, but just are a bit more comfortable and allow me to string higher and just tweak it out a bit more so. But if you're looking for a racket that's got that high spin window, power and feel, definitely check out the Ultra Pro.
For me, this racket was loaded with power and spin, and I love that. I have been hitting a lot with the Babolat Pure Drive 98 and still swinging that Wilson RF 97, and everyone was telling me this racket was gonna fit right into my wheelhouse. I often try to prove people wrong, but I have to say this was a really fun play test. Taking it straight to the court, it was already dialed into a spec that I really like. Out of all the play testers, I probably enjoy the firmest beam stiffness, so that firm feel at contact was really pleasant for me. I felt really direct and dialed in with where my shots were going despite that open string pattern. The string pattern was where I thought I was gonna have some issues, not as connected as I would be with a 16 by 19, but I didn't find the ball to be as flighty as I was expecting it to be. So with a consistent swing, I felt really connected to where my shots were landing and super easy depth. I think noticeably more spin on my shots as well. I really enjoyed hitting the Ultra 100 and actually would play around a little bit with some weight to see if I could spec that one up a little bit, but this one in stock form is really good to go. I've been trying to have a little bit more fun on the court and being a little more creative with my shots, so I was coming forward a lot and playing around with a lot of droppers, some angles, and this racket was so stable up at net. On serves, it was absolutely perfect. This is everything I want in a serving racket. It has that open string pattern, so I really can get really great kicks, but again, still comes loaded with tons of power. So all in all, I think the cosmetic is popping, it looks beautiful, and I can't wait to keep swinging this one. We had a chance to play test this racket with several different string setups, but today you're seeing us hit it with Luxilon ALU Power Rough at 55 pounds, as well as Luxilon Eco Power at 53 pounds. To learn more about this racket and all the others, please visit us at Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.